welcome to another episode of Guitar Love. This is a video series where I pull out an instrument I've made over the last few years, check how it's holding up, dust it off, see how it looks, plays, and sounds. And this time around, wow, it is the full acrylic parts caster electric guitar. Wow. If you follow me on Facebook, you may recall that I built this guitar about 1.5 years ago, and I think it's just turned out absolutely amazing. I found this acrylic body online, and I purchased it. It didn't have any parts or anything, but everything was routed out, with the exception of the LEDs. I included the LEDs after the fact, but it's got some really cool... I found this neck online from China, and it's a full acrylic neck. Very cool indeed. After I show you a playing demonstration, I'll show you some really up close views of everything. But just real quick, some of the features. It's got the standard Strat style bridge with the tremolo bar. It's got a volume and a tone and LED switch. On the volume knob, I did the coil split capability, so that's very cool. It's got a very awesome, hot as all get out quad rail pickup for the bridge, and wow, that pickup is just absolutely amazing. I'll have to share a link for that pickup in the description, because those pickups are just absolutely amazing. Let me show you the LED function. I actually drilled and placed 6 blue LEDs just in the body. The neck doesn't have any LEDs, but it's still pretty awesome. Like I said, I found this neck online, and I kind of pieced all this together with different parts. Very cool indeed. I think it turned out just absolutely amazing. Plays and sounds just perfect. I mean, the neck itself's actually got 2 truss rods too. If you ever, I'll leave a link for that in the description as well, where you can find these necks from China. And it was a basic neck. I had to, fit it, install it. It's got a custom cut pick guard too. And like I said, the body didn't have any parts or anything. I had to make everything for it, and I found those acrylic knobs online too. So very cool. I actually did try to find a pickup that was acrylic, had the acrylic bobbins, but I couldn't find any. And I've even looked recently to try to find some acrylic, just the plastics to be acrylic and everything else to be metal, of course, the wines and everything. But if anybody ever sees any pickups like that are full acrylic, let me know. I'll have to do that, because this guitar is basically full acrylic with the exception of the electronics, screws and such, all the hardware and everything. But wow, check us out. Complete shred neck. Of course, I had to do the leveling, crowning, and polishing of the frets for sure, because when you get these necks from China, they generally don't have any of the work done to them. But like I said, a complete shred neck. Check it out. Very cool indeed. And the neck having true truss rods, it's really not that difficult. Hold on a second, let me change the light here. I got a little bit too much white going on here. Just wanted to show you. There we go, that's better. How you can see the acrylic a little bit better. But like I said, after I show you a playing demonstration, I'll show you some really up close views of this really cool guitar. And of course, it's not a Fender. I applied the Fender to the headstock. But I'm trying to think of anything else I could tell you about this real quick before the playing demonstration. Now, oh, it's 12 pounds. If anybody's curious out there how much it weighs, I weighed it prior to recording this video, and it's exactly 12 pounds. So it's not exactly light, but it's not the heaviest guitar that I've ever had before either. I mean, I've had some double necks that were upwards of 14, 15 pounds. So, and triple necks as well. I mean, it does feel like an acrylic neck. I mean, it's not the same as far as how it feels and everything like that, as far as the back, but it doesn't throw you off too much. And you would figure it being acrylic it would be weird on the fretboard, but it basically feels the same. But I'll explain more of that in depth after I play a demonstration of how great this guitar sounds and plays. And I figured it'd be a really cool song to play to show you how great this guitar sounds and plays, and to do a cover of one of my favorite all-time favorite bands, The Cars, do a cover of their song You Might Think. So, what do you think of this?
Going till the sun fell down. You kept it going.
Very cool indeed. Wow, love that band, love that song. Wow, very cool. Just wanted to give you a brief demonstration of how great this guitar sounds and plays. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit on the heavy end. That's okay. So what do you think of that? That is pretty cool. And believe it or not, I mean, it's acrylic, but it's malleable. You can work with it and not worry about it fracturing. Well, I mean, you couldn't like take a nail to it or anything like that, but as far as drill bits, if you're very careful, I mean, you can pretty much shape this stuff any way you want to. It's not like glass. It's not, let me show you the neck. Very cool. Truss rods. I mean, when I was drilling different holes for like the tuning keys and the string trees, and to attach it to the body, the 4 bolts on the neck joint. I mean, the same thing with the pickguard, the screws for the pickguard and everything. Let me show you without the light. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Show you the back of the neck. Good. I'm so up to doing another guitar such as this. And that'd be cool to actually have the technology to be able to create the necks, or create the bodies anyway. Maybe not the necks. I think that's a little bit too much special equipment that would be needed to create necks like that. But they are out there. You can find them. And you can actually find the necks that light up as well, so with the LEDs. But when I got this neck, it didn't have the LEDs in it, so yeah. And the fret markers, if you're curious about that, they're just like little black dots on the side of the frets. Let's see if I can get really up close with this. Yeah, these acrylic guitars. Not a lot of people show these guitars like this. There are full acrylics out there. You can buy them from like China and whatnot. So I have seen them after I created this guitar. Searched on China, AliExpress. And you can find acrylic guitars out there. Not go through all the work that I went through to make this guitar, but very cool. And if you've seen on a previous episode, I don't remember the episode number, but I've got another acrylic. I've got many acrylics. I've got probably about 10 acrylics. I've got several in this room. I'll have to show them too. But yeah. Alright, thanks for watching another episode of Guitar Love. Let's see if we can get really kind of up close. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And see, I was able to solder in the LEDs. Not that difficult. Well, you know, considering if you have that kind of experience. If you've seen my past videos, you know I've got a lot of experience with LEDs. I'm just kind of working with them. Very cool. And basically the LEDs, I think I have one somewhere over here. The individual LEDs, yeah, this is kind of a different one, but they're basically about that size. And there's all kinds of different variety of LEDs, but these are the ones that I use. And you just drill a hole and you fit it up in that cavity, but you make the hole tight enough to where it doesn't move around. And when you solder, see how I soldered the, I used like a, what wire is that? It's actually a string wire that I used to connect them, because that's really sturdy. Like guitar string wire, like a G string, I think that was. Where you solder it in there, see that? And it leaves it, it's very, you know, stable. It's not flexible like a regular, you know, cable that you would get from wire that you would use for the wiring. Like the wire from here, you know, that's more malleable. Anyway, sorry about the long-winded explanation, but thanks again for watching another episode of Guitar Love, and we will see you on the next episode. Very cool. Yeah. That sucker is heavy. Kind of working out with this thing. Whoa. 12 pounds. And we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one.